So you are the founder of the Young Business Club, or you are the country manager?
I'm just a business manager of one of YBC branch in Lisbon.
Yeah.
And I will explain what I do, what is my main role in the club. So actually, I just trying to help to other participants make their life in the clubs more comfortable.
Yeah.
So I can help with all questions, issues, problems which relates with the business, which relates to the club. And at the same time, I try to connect people between each other. So if I see someone can be really useful for my participants, I will make a connection. And at the same time, my participants ask me for help, like Julia, I'm looking for investor, even in a specific countries, like in UK. In a few days, I will find this contact for them.
Okay, crystal clear. So basically, you told me like you wanted to do more content.
Yes.
So let me explain the first framework we use. So generally, entrepreneurs come to see us saying like, I do reels, but it doesn't really work. So there is two reasons why it's not working. The first things, they are choosing the bad topic to talk about. And the second things, they are doing the bad way to do it. So the first things, there is a authority first process we are doing. That means we are asking three types of questions. The first type of question is the top funnel question, is a question regarding a thematic, a polemic. For entrepreneurship, we can talk about the role of the government or the educational system, things like that, or the mechanism between men and women, the difference of culture. So the idea is to ask them to have a strong opinion, because on social media what is important is to have strong opinion. If you are middle or like this, it's not interesting.
Okay.
So that's the first thing. So you have this thematic, very top level thematic. After
And
that
so
you have
clear, yes.
yeah. It could be I don't know, like sexism in office. Could be a lot of there is a lot of topics. After that, there is the second type of content is about yourself. The first type of content was to have a reaction of people, like talking and having their opinion. The second type is about yourself, is what you have been through your life, what you learn, and how do you react. Because a lot of people will identify themselves to your story. And what you think about, I don't know, maybe as a death of somebody of your family, what you learn from that, or you rebound and stuff like that, it will touch somebody else, for sure. And the third type of content, we talk about issues you solve for your clients or in your business and the way you are solving it. And that's the moment when you can talk about your activity, your services, and your product. People are not interested to know, oh, you have a methodology, you have a product like that. They are not interested by that. They are interested into you, what you think, what you have been through, and what you are able to solve for them. That's the first. That's about the framework, about the type of questions. Okay. After that, I see a lot of mistake about how to set up a reels. So generally, a reels is about one idea only. It's between 30 seconds and 1 minute and 30 seconds. It's a difficult exercise because generally most of the people want to say a lot of things, but it's important to synthesize. And the idea is to have first a hook. A hook is something shocking. Is the first thing they will see and they will decide to continue to scroll or to stop. So it should be something very positive, something very negative. It should be the synthesis of what you say. After that, you have a little story with a kind of suspense or with kind of tension. And after that, you are solving this tension. That is basic storytelling way. And after that, the best is to have a loop to coming back at the beginning. So what I do in the coaching is I ask you a question, you will give me an answer, and during your answer, I will take a note of 2 or 3 things, and I will say, okay, you have talking about that, now I want you to tell that in that way.
Okay.
And you know, like I'm managing very well this exercise, and generally people love that because there is two type of people. There is the type very structurized people and the type of people very arborescent. Arborescent means you have a lot of ideas coming,
Yes,
and these
yes.
people have a lot of ideas and they never finish what they want to say. So you have to manage them like this. So that's the form of Reels. There is another framework you can use. It's a very well-known framework used in marketing. It's the 5 stage of awareness. What means 5 stage of awareness? That means your lead have an issue and want to find a solution. I've already tested some solution, discover your solution, and want to know why your solution is better than the other. So you can do a content in every step to make them understand that. So this is the type of content you can do, for example, for nurturing, in an emailing, for example, to explain the origin of an issue, to explain some statistic, to explain a little bit better the issue, to step by step bringing them to your solution. Okay.
Yes, it's
So
sounds
it
pretty
was
interesting.
it was very theoretical because
Yes,
we didn't have
it's
time to go into.
incredibly useful for now, really.
Thank you very much, and maybe we can do that for Young Business Club at some point.
Oh, how you see this collaboration?
We can do like a kind of reels. We help you to do some reels for your Young Business Club. It could be you in front of the camera. It could be I don't know, one of the founder or other people, or more. You can do this exercise too for the members of the clubs. You can. So this is a way to do it. And I had another idea because I was talking with Milana,
yes, our event manager.
And I love the topic of having a business club in Lisbon. I think we talked together on social media probably. And what is nice in a business club is to have the face of the people and to know what they are doing and what they like, for example. So you can do a mini video of every members, and you can set this mini video on I don't know, kind of website with an access for all your members in order to know who is here or not here.
Yes, we already think about this.
Okay.
Yes.
Like and each people who will come here in the studio, I will ask them what are their activities, what are their kind of issues in their business, just maybe to brainstorm if we have an idea how to solve it.
Yes, it would be great. And
So-
and we can do this here.
Yeah. And me, I'm paid by investor to launch business. It's what I have done for them, for the 6 founders. And I will continue to help to scale them, but I will be a little bit less operational. I will help them to scale their business and to bring their more clients and to do kind of content strategy with clients, as you know.
That sounds
Do
cool.
you have question for me?
Yes, you talk about some personal details which we can put like in main topics. Sometimes it can like catch attention of even people who watching us. So how do you think it should be something related to the business or clubs, or it can be really something privacy, but the main point is to catch attention?
I give you the main objective is to catch attention, but I give you an example of a very good topic. The very good topic, for example, could be very private. Okay, so I will not give you the example of what I want to give you, but for example, we have a client. She have written a book about the relationship between Ukrainian women and Western men, to help Western men to understand the behaviors of Ukrainian women. And the opposite could be very good too. And typically, this topic is doing a peak literally about this topic because it's very two two very big different cultures, and this is kind of very private, and this is something like people will share with you. Every woman who are in couple with a Western guy, for example, will understand. I give you an example. You can talk about something or how you left your country to arrive in a new country and to be confronted to the kind of other cultures and how you like manage it, you know. All this topic, the objective is like for the users is to identify himself to
Yes.
you. So he can come to work. I don't know if you have done a lot of business development in your life, but me, the most client I've met in my life was in party, was in dinner. It was
Yes.
not in meeting. So generally, people.
So it was more informal
Yeah.
way to
But
speak.
they,
yeah.
what they love first is my way to talk, my opinion, my personality, and after they discover my service. So it's the same thing in social media. It's the same thing in social media. That's why it could be interesting.
I have one more question,
Yeah.
if you don't mind. You also say what if you want to catch attention, the thematic should be really clear and maybe how I understand even maybe radical, so it shouldn't be natural. In this case, could we at the same time lost some followers, people who interested, if we will be so clear and which topics we shouldn't touch if we're talking about business club or niches which relates to business?
I think what is important is to have a hook, very aggressive, and after in the story you are telling, you can bring more intelligence, more like we say, oh, you are why she's saying that, and after
Yes.
that we
Yes.
discover that it's not exactly what you think. You have more like you are more balanced opinion. But what is important is the hook
So it's like
should be very
clickbait,
clear.
yes.
Yeah, exactly, clickbait. And the second things, yes, typically I think there is thematic who cannot be very welcome because unfortunately we are in an era in Europe or there is kind of wokeism culture. And talking about, for example, traditional, or we say traditional patriarchal system could be not very seen very well, but it's changing actually, and that's why so many people in Europe have, how do you say that, shown that they are not for this kind of woke culture where everything is mixed and there is no gender and specification and stuff like that. So typically, I know some entrepreneurs who came here who have already talked about that. And some people want to work with them because they are like that. But I think when you are an entrepreneur and you want to work with an entrepreneur, it's normal to see somebody who have extreme ideas. It's very difficult to be a founder without being somebody a little bit extreme and a little bit weirdo. So I don't think you cut a lot of clients by doing that. And you know, like as you alternate when you publish big thematic, personal statement and more use case of clients. Each time they can be interested to the next reels about, you know, how you told me about Julia, where we were looking for some investors, and how do you find investor in 2 days, UK investor in 2 days. So in the story you can explain how you did it, if you did it
The
by
process,
your network,
yes.
or you did it by LinkedIn, by explaining in order to connect her with a good thematic strategic fund or something like that, you know.
Yeah.
I think it
Makes
will be
sense.
interesting for you to explain you will be the good personification for a young business club in Lisbon, and I think you have a lot of use case, or you help a client, a member of the club, and there is something where you can be very helpful is giving advisory on how to behave in an event, because a lot of founders doesn't know that, particularly tech founders who are very shy
Yes.
and not very well. Me, I coached 2 founders this last year to just say hi to people, to know what to say, to introduce each other, and to meet women they like, because they were so shy that they were like not speaking to this woman. So now I help them to with a methodology, a process they follow, asking question, understanding that the voice they have inside of their head saying like, what you said is not enough interesting, is a bitch, you know. So I think it will be very relevant to explain that, how to network, or what to talk about first, how to present yourself, how to, after an event in Young Business Club, do the follow-up. All that stuff will be very interesting, because a lot of people doesn't know how to network. And that's super important for an entrepreneur. So, and you can even see, because probably there is already content about that. I give you an example. Me, I arrived here, I didn't know anybody, but I know how to set up an ecosystem where I'm interested in the people. I'm interested in entrepreneurs, investors, and artists. And it will be horrible what I say, but in every country where I've been, when you follow the beautiful woman, you always meet entrepreneur, investor, and artist.
Really?
Yeah.
How does it work?
And so you become friend with beautiful woman, and after that they introduce you, and that's why when I arrived in Lisbon, after 6 months, I knew all the bourgeois and the millionaire of Lisbon. Very Portuguese, very traditional, very close. But I had to deal with 2 women saying like, okay, so I introduce you to foreigners,
Yes.
nice foreigners, and you introduce me to nice Portuguese people who are entrepreneur, who are investor, and stuff like that. And that was a deal, you know, like.
Wow, who run the world, woman? Yes.
Yeah, and I think this is the case in every country I've been. Yeah.
Good to know.
Good to know. That's why. We good?
Yes, yes. Maybe I have one more question, because it's really interesting for me, if you don't mind.
Yeah,
if
of course,
we
of course.
still have time.
Yeah.
Sometimes I already see comments under our videos with some vibes of hate, but our reels right now really natural. So it's like we're just talking about the club, nothing specific. But people can write just, these clubs working with like political stuffs, but we never did this before and never think about this. How we should react on this, or we shouldn't do this, and can we make a content on these haters? It's really interesting.
The last question, yes, you can make content about haters. The first question is, if you read it and it gives you bad thoughts,
Yes.
delegate it to somebody who has not done the content. And the second is, you can answer. For example, in LinkedIn, you have to answer because it makes more reach.
Yeah.
But my advice is, me at the beginning, I was answering to everybody, make them ridiculous. And my coach told me like, that's ridiculous, because after that they will never come back to comment. So you have to answer without making them ridiculous. So it could be a smiley, could be, oh, you think? Oh, no, I'm not sure. Or like, just a little answer, but not
So it shouldn't be
arguments.
excuses.
Yeah,
Yes.
not argue with them,
Yeah.
because they will probably answer. In worst case, they will just erase their comment, and you will have lose your time. That's what the mistake I've done at the
Yes.
very beginning was. I was arguing on 50 messages, and after that, the guy just erased the talk with all my comment, and I just lose like 2 hours of my time. So I think it's more relevant to say, yes, sure, already. No, not agree, but okay. Well, yeah, peace and love, guy. Yeah, we are not agree, but that's okay. You know, like very positive mindset and way to answer. I think so.
And you say we can make a content.
Yeah.
On how you could you give some cases?
So there is a lot of people in reels answering
Yes.
and answering in reels. So about this content, no, sorry, I begin to work at 18. I was never been a spoiled child, something like that. Okay, no, sorry, this topic is not at all politics. We are a business club. We have no politics. We respect all ideologies, and we are not judging anything. We are doing business. You know, like you can do reels. I don't think it's relevant to do a post, but if you really want, you can do a static post. It's worked very well with a lot of people, client coming here. They do a mood post. Like, for example, a girl I've been interviewing was telling me, I'm fed up to do 3 hours of coaching, you know, at the very beginning, because I have 50% who take this 3 hours and who never wanted to work with me, but just to have some insights. And I was like, okay, but that's the game, you know?
Yeah.
So 2 options, you not put this hour free, like this and make a filter, or you are okay with that and you reuse it. And she decided to reuse it and say, okay, I'm pissed off of all these fake leads coming to have a 1 hour coach. I'm delivering so much value in 1 hour, and they don't want to sign at the end. At least you share with people that you are sharing values. So that's interesting.
Okay, thanks a lot, Will.
You good?
It's so interesting, really.
Thank you very much.